Good evening. Andy Rice in Stanford, Texas. You know, I got on here primarily to do a little poetry. And I promised folks I'm going to get back to it. I know I've done a couple of days of commentary, and my wife told me I was going to go down this rabbit hole. She's always right. But I got to tell you, you know, my my profile says that I'm a wannabe cowboy poet and a bovine psychiatric specialist. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And the reason we'll talk about that is because there's some pretty prominent folks in the state of Texas and elsewhere, but I'm going to talk about some folks in Texas. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to dime anybody out that are on TikTok that are telling you shit about the cattle business. That's it's a damn lie. I mean, a damn lie. Now, you've heard some stuff that I've said in the past, and I'm a truth is truth kind of person. And hey, I'm not no big operator. Hell, you folks heard me before when I did a poem on drought of 2022, and I got my ass handed to me, and I made some bad decisions, and hell, I ain't ran 150 mama cows in a minute. So, I leased a little grass, for some stocker calves on a place, and I help a good friend that owns a background yard, and I work a little bit for him or whatever. But I'm kind of semi-retired, so it ain't that big a deal. I'm not a big player. Is my point. But I tell you this, I've made the damn business my education. I'm better on telling you what's going to happen with the market, or better on a lot of damn animal science than 3/4 of these prominent son of a bitches that are on the internet lying to you, TikTok, whatever social media platform, lying to you. I mean, flat out lying to you. And here's my first example. There's a pretty prominent son of a gun, pretty prominent outfit on TikTok and social media telling you that therapies. Now, if you don't know what therapies is, I'm not going to explain it to you. You have to look it up for yourself. I'm just going to talk through this deal. There's a pretty prominent outfit telling you that therapies, which is designed for weaning calves, oh, hell, it'll work on mature bulls. It'll work on mama cows. And hey, it even works on snotty horses. All in the interest of trying to sell something that doesn't work. And you want to know why it doesn't work? I'll tell you why it doesn't work. My wife and my wife's pretty smart in cattle business. We did a test sample on therapies. Conditioned test sample. And I wanted a little lot of about 30. Mix and match. And recorded all the results. And oh, by the way, hell, I can't say his name because I don't have his permission to do it, but you probably know who I'm talking about. A very prominent veterinarian out of Texas A&M University agreed with me. Therapies does not, will not, cannot work on mature bulls, mama cows, lactating mama cows, and, oh, by the way, snotty horses. Science don't science. Sorry, I know everybody's questioning science, but when it comes to animal science, we're pretty savvy. People that have been around it, but they're pretty savvy. So, all you folks that watching this therapies trend, well, it may or may not work for you, your weaned calves. A lot of that kind of depends on genetics, doesn't it? If you've got 300 heifers that you can go out and tag your calves right in front of them, they don't attack you. you pretty much bet you're probably going to have a pretty good calf that'll wean pretty easy. What do kids say? If you know, you know. But if you got a bunch of half-bred Indicus cattle, well, chances are kind of slim. Second is there's another guy in Texas that's getting on TikTok and telling everybody that, before I begin, I don't support the Packers at all, and I ain't talking about the Green Bay Packers. I'm talking about the meat Packers, and if you need to figure that out, well, you just going to have to research it. But if you're around the cattle business, you know. There's a guy telling everybody that the Packers are buying up all the bred cows, and they are cutting calves out, and they are sucking the blood out of calves, and they are using that blood that they suck out of the calves and the umbilical cord of the calves to develop fake meat research. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, bud, and folks on the internet, the Packers, don't get me wrong, there have been bred cows that have been bought, and they do. I'm sorry, they do. They cut the calf out of the mama cow. They strip the blood out of the umbilical cord, but you know what that's kind of for? That's for stem cell research. And that's for the health of cattle research. There's nobody don't get me wrong, there might be 0.1% of a lab somewhere that's doing that. But they ain't buying all the bred cows to cut the calves out, strip the blood out of the umbilical cord, and do it for or do it for fake meat research. That's the dumbest damn thing I ever heard. And and by the way, at the end of the day, he says, if you go private treaty instead of going to the sale barns, well, you can probably get you some cows. But if you go to the sale barns, well, those Packers are buying up all the bred cows and they're paying a premium. I don't know if you folks that grew up around cattle and horses, but the two most hated son of a bitches in the industry are them third-party cattle traders and them third-party horse traders. Always have been. And still a problem today. Lots of lies being told on TikTok about the cattle business. And that's why they call me the bovine psychiatric specialist. Folks, you don't have to trust me. I don't want you to trust me. I just don't want you to trust anybody else that's talking about the cattle business either. Especially if those people are trying to sell you something. And if you're a cattle broker or trader, third party, deals in all junk cattle, and you try to push junk cattle off on some unknowing innocents or whatever, or your prominent ranch trying to, take advantage of people. And, Fairpiece is working on our ranch horses. We had snotty ranch horses, and now we got good ranch horses because we put Fairpiece on their nose. You're a bunch of damn liars. Quit lying to the goddamn people. You embarrass people in the industry. And the bad thing is, we've had these kind of people for a while. It's been hell since I was a kid. Snake oil salesman. That's all you are. Don't be lying to the public. I mean, hell, it's too easy to get caught nowadays, isn't it? Have a good evening.